Hello everyone. For anybody who didn't see us yesterday, we kind of did an impromptu panel with the Pangea hedge fund where we talked about our upcoming game, CryptoGene. We're going to talk a little bit about that in a second, but first I'll just kind of introduce ourselves. I'm Mark. I'm the CEO of Sortium, and this is Evan Portillo. He is the COO. So this is us. There we go, just a little bit about who we are. We are a group of developers and people from the entertainment and tech industry coming together under one development studio, taking the experience that we have and putting it together into a new upcoming game product that we'll talk about here. Oh, you can see all that shit down there. So a little bit about who we've worked with. Our experience, we have 3 studios that have essentially come under one roof. We've worked with everybody from Major League Baseball to Godzilla to Disney, Lucasfilm, Wax, for anybody who's familiar here, Flow, Parody, and why don't you talk a little bit about just your experience?
We also built Blockfolio, so we have that going for us.
So a couple different portfolio apps, several games and other NFT products and entertainment products. We've worked with Avalanche, for anyone familiar as well, really strong upcoming blockchain. That's pretty much it about us. We're about 60 strong on the development side, and this is our upcoming product called CryptoGene. So CryptoGene, and what we're referring to as living NFTs, is it's an initiative by us to take NFTs a bit further than what they are today. We're looking to bring them to life through a number of different interactive features, such as genetics. So we've taken real CRISPR DNA code that you will be able to be a degeneticist and go in and genetically engineer your creatures, and you'll get procedural results of 3D chimera, as we're calling them. And we actually have another, we won't get too deep into this, but we do have an artificial intelligence chain that runs in parallel to that as well. And those 2 chains combined is what creates a living NFT experience for our users. So similar to Tamagotchis, you'll have an advanced, there we go. You'll have an advanced digital pet that has memories, it has experiences, and as you care for it and genetically engineer it, it'll grow. And it'll be your responsibility when you first start the genetic engineering process to put resources, time, energy, effort in order to have a healthy creature from the start. There's a gestation period in which you need to care for this thing before it becomes a reality. Of course, this also means all DNA can be traced back to what we refer to as the primordial DNA, or the first issuance of creatures. You'll be able to splice multiple creatures and see emergent traits as a result of this. So you could have 1, 2, 100, or 100,000 different DNA contributors to a single end resulted chimera, and you'll see emergent traits build up over generations as a result of that. So this covers it a little bit. I'm probably talking past these slides here, but the idea here is it's easy to learn but hard to master. You will be going in and modifying DNA pairs, and that's what's going to lead to your end resulting chimera. With this, we want to build out a strong economic system, and Evan, maybe you could talk a little bit about our economic loops that we're building in.
Sure. So first off, we want to have the creator loop where you will go and be able to bring out new emergent traits that no one else has discovered. We'll be able to patent them in the ecosystem where you could be the only one with, let's say, a spiky type or a ooze trail or whatever you might come up with that no one else has discovered, and be able to publish that as your own. So you'll be able to take those sequences and put it on the marketplace and give somebody the building blocks to get to where your creature is. It might not be exactly the same based on how they edit, but you'll have that piece where you can take it and then kind of morph it from there. We'll also have a care system, so through your interactions, how you develop your relationship with your chimera will be how it grows. Like if you neglect it, if you don't take care of it, it won't grow to full max performance. It will kind of be sad. Like it's living. It wants your interaction. It wants to see you. It wants to talk to you. Like it wants that back and forth. So there will be core loops where you can engage either in caring or by playing with them to earn resources and other reagents in the platform.
So in that we have core economic loops in multiple sections, right? So as Evan was talking about, if you want to focus on just caring for creatures, you don't have the means to jump in and start genetically engineering and building your own chimera, you'll be able to work with somebody who's delegated that responsibility down to users and jump into the play-to-earn model as a caretaker or a geneticist or somebody who just manages resources, manages marketplaces, and supplies those resources that are needed by other players to that marketplace. So what we have here is our extended reality marketplace. It's powered by a 3D game engine, so we'll have a demo for that in a little bit. You'll be able to see in VR. This is all native to the web browser, so you could be scrolling through a 3D interactive marketplace. You throw on a VR headset, it's native to web. You'll be able to interact in 3D VR space with that NFT. Whether you want to change the view of it, you can even have peer-to-peer interactions where if I'm interacting with my NFT, but you want to be a peer on what I'm doing as a geneticist, you'll see my interactions live all over web. And of course, this is all cross-compatible mobile and desktop, same platform. And here we have a video showing the extended reality marketplace, which, do I have to hit this again to? So this video is going to take us through a quick demo. I'll sit here. So this is all a live tech demo of our extended reality marketplace as the tech is today. This is all functional. This is not just a white paper. This all works. So right now we're just looking at the standard 3D experience of it. This is what you would see by just looking at your monitor, of course. And I think this video runs for about a minute. We'll get to see him kind of play around with the creature, and then we'll switch over to VR. And that experience will seamlessly change from an on-screen to a virtual reality experience. And in virtual reality, we will have, it's not shown here, but we will have interactions. You'll be able to play with your creatures, interact with them in VR space, right from your computer and web browser. Okay, so running out of time here, so I do a question?
Yeah. So you talked about like the more you interact with it, it changes like the emotion of like being from happy to sad, so on and so forth, right?
Stats, emotion, traits.
Right, and then like also you create like rare traits. So like what is the benefit of doing that and making like your CryptoGene like happier and breeding like a really rare trait?
So we only have a few minutes here, so I'll go through that, and I'm happy to also answer more after. But all chimera are also resource producers as well. So something that makes a chimera happier, but might make them more lethargic, could create a process in which they generate more resources that can turn back into the community and the marketplace. However, when we get to our battle system, which we're looking to introduce later next year, they may not be as efficient as a fighter because they're a better producer, and in turn they're happier, but they're not great when you throw them into an arena. And I think we're just about out of time.